Hello everyone, welcome back to our next video. In this video, we are going to start off by introducing the microservice architecture. The first thing we will do is we will question that what a service is, and then we will move on to introducing the microservice architecture itself. We will finish off this session of the module by looking at monolithic architecture. This is the architecture that came before microservices. Let's start off by answering the question, what is a service? A service is a piece of software which basically provides functionality to other piece of software within our system. It is basically provides a service to other pieces of software. The other piece of software could be anything from a website to mobile app or desktop app or even another service which uses another service in order to carry out particular type of functionality. And the service basically provide functionality to these applications. So, for example, in a shopping website context, when a user places an order on the website talks to the service and the service actually carries out the creation, the updation, the deletion, and the retrieval of the orders from the database. So it provides the functionality to the website's application. And the communication between the software components and communication normally happens over the network using some kinds of communication protocol. For example, a mobile app might communicate to the service via internet. A system which uses a service or multiple services in this fashion is known as service oriented architecture, and this is normally abbreviated as SOA or SOA. And the main idea behind SOA is instead of using packaged modules within each client application, it uses a service to provide functionality to the client application. And this allows me to have many client applications using the same functionality. And in the future, I can have a newer or different types of clients connecting to the same service, reusing them, reusing that functionality. And the software architecture SOA has been successful. It allows to scale up our software when demand increases by enabling us to have a copy of services on multiple servers. So the traffic comes in. A load balancer will redirect the request to a specific instance of the service. We can have multiple instances of service. So when the demand increases, we just increase the number of instances of the service running across the service. We already mentioned the fact that service-oriented architecture provide reusability of functionality. So for example, the function to create an order on a website could be the same functionality which is triggered by mobile application on our server. So it is the same code, creating an order for both websites and mobile applications. It allows to reuse the functionality. Another key characteristics of service-oriented architecture is the idea of having standard contract or interfaces. When our client application called a service, it called the service by calling the method. The signature of the method normally does not change when the service change. So we can upgrade our service without having to upgrade our clients. As long as the contract and the interface or signature of the method does not change, we do not have to upgrade our clients when we upgrade our service. Another key characteristics of service is the fact that they are stateless. So when a request comes from a website to our service, that instance of the service does not have to remember the previous request from that specific customer of the specific client. It's basically has all the information from the request that it needs to order to retrieve all the data associated with the previous requests within the service. So the service does not have to remember the previous call the client has made to the particular instance of the service. It is stateless and therefore any instance of the service can honor any incoming request from the client because it does not have to remember any previous interactions with any other instance of the service. Now we know that when a service is so we understand that what a service is and what the service oriented architecture is. we can start introducing the microservice architecture now. The microservice architecture is basically an improved version of service oriented architecture, and therefore it shares all the key characteristics of service oriented architecture of scalability, reusability, and standardized contracts, and the interface of backwards compatibility, and the idea having a service that is stateless. So this is that's it for this video. We'll meet in the next video and continue the microservices